What's up, guys? This is David, and I'm back with some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay, even though it has nothing to do with the topic of the day, which, as you can see from the title, is Sports Talk UFC. I'm personally a very big sports fan. Other than gaming, that's pretty much my only other fairly large hobby, and UFC is probably my second favorite sport besides football. So yeah, we're going to have Sports Talk Tuesdays, even though this is probably going up on a Wednesday. I'm probably going to keep it just to UFC, football, baseball, and basketball. I enjoy hockey and soccer, but I don't know enough about them. So today we are going to be talking about UFC 182, which is Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier. Probably the most hyped fight this year, besides probably the Anderson Silva comeback. They're probably right around each other. So Jon Jones is 20 wins and 1 loss. Cormier is 15-0. Jon Jones an 11-fight win streak, which is the current longest streak in the UFC. And if you know anything about Jon Jones, he really didn't lose the one fight that he lost. He was disqualified for doing a 12-6 elbow and TKOing the guy. So he was never really like TKO'd or knocked out or defeated. He was disqualified for a kind of stupid rule. So a fun fact about that is this fight was when the UFC was pretty new, and they have to, by law, make a certain like rule set by pretty much a bunch of people that don't know anything about MMA. So what happened was everybody keeps seeing these like karate people break like bricks and sticks by like doing a 12-6 like elbow or like a karate chop, as a lot of people would call it, and they're like, oh, can't have that, somebody's gonna die. So that's how that rule got there. Daniel Cormier is an Olympic wrestler. Of course he is 15, like I just said. He spent most of his career in the heavyweight division, but he just recently moved down to light heavyweight, and he fought Dan Henderson, who of course is a future Hall of Famer. And he pretty much manhandled him, tossed him around for the entire fight. Both Henderson and Cormier are Olympic wrestlers, and Cormier held him down with ease. So that's going to be one of the main aspects of his fight because his reach is so much smaller. Jon Jones has an 84.5-inch reach, which is absolutely huge, and Cormier is a little stubbier with a 72.5-inch reach. Another important thing to say about this is Jon Jones is still in his prime. He's the youngest champion ever, and Daniel Cormier is 35 years old. And if you know anything about the UFC or wrestling, they're both extremely, extremely hard to train for. So if you've been doing it for your entire life, even though you might still be in great shape, it can wear your body down, and I'm sure it has on Cormier. Now, both of these people have made it very publicly known that they do not like each other at all. On many interviews, Cormier has called Jon Jones fake, and Jon Jones has not responded well to that either. So that's another thing to kind of light the fire of both of the fighters. Every announcer has said that this should be Jon Jones' toughest opponent yet. And he hasn't been fighting slouches, obviously, because they've been the title contenders. I agree with them. Cormier brings a whole nother level to this fight. Jon Jones and Rashad Evans kind of had beef, same thing with Chael Sonnen. But it hasn't been like this. Those have both kind of been for play, I think, to hype the fight up. This is a real deep down hatred of the two people. Now, when I pick this fight, I'm kind of biased. Ever since I started watching UFC, Jon Jones has been my favorite fighter, which people could say hopped on the bandwagon. I kind of did, I think. But still, I'm gonna have to go with Jon Jones for this one. Cormier is a great opponent, but every time Jon Jones fights somebody, he sticks to the game plan and fights smart. So I think unless Daniel Cormier can find a way to get Jon on the ground and just hold him there for the entire time, I can see Jon winning this pretty easily. The co-main event is Donald Cerrone versus Myles Jury. Donald Cerrone holds the record for the most post-fight bonuses, so he's always a entertaining fighter to watch. And Myles Jury is 15-0, so I still see Donald Cerrone winning this one. He has a lot more experience on him, and there's always that wow factor that he can come back no matter how hurt he is. I am getting the Xbox One for Christmas, so I will have UFC gameplay, Madden 2K, all of that, so it's not just Call of Duty all the time, especially on these sports ones. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, guys.
textbook.